Record.
Hey folks, so I know you guys want me to answer some questions, so I'm literally just gonna do 20 minutes of a Q&A, and literally it's more or less of questions that I probably haven't answered, but I'm only going to answer a few questions and then I'm going to give you an update. So yeah, the first question comes from Tina Aoki. And she asks how long what music am I currently listening to at the moment. Gothic choir music and Eastern blues. There you go. That's what music I'm listening to at the moment.
10:08 p.m. Mic lock button is on.
And it's music that I would actually buy, and music that
finish recording, but
music I think that definitely you should check out. How's the Underground series going? Well, I'm gonna cut it down to 7 episodes because there were gonna be more, but I'm just gonna cut it down to 7 at the moment. Then if there is any more, then I'll just put it in. Yeah. So I'll leave the rest of the questions to the end because I know it's going to be like my update. What are my thoughts to the underground black metal scene? Well, it depends because I'm following many different folks. Just be a minute. I would jump cut, but I'm only going to be a second. Sorry about that. So, okay, so, oh yeah, the tech involver asks, what plans do you have for your phone system? A lot, actually. I mean, I got a new computer donated, and we got a couple more computers donated, so I can now work on XCOM stuff, but also like, you know, the stuff that I wanted to do for like next door. So I can have like 30, 40 phones. It's insane, but you know, once I've moved everything over, it's not going to bother me so much. So yeah. And also, Bill Crunch asks, what updates are you going to do with this channel? I think that's kind of everybody's question. You know, where have I been? What's happening? So, this channel isn't going away anytime soon, but I'm not making as many videos as I should, and really, that's kind of, you know, what you shouldn't really be worrying about. When I started this YouTube channel, back a good few years ago, you can scroll through the videos. It was just a random channel, a bit like TikTok, but with long videos, whatever. And then it became a music channel for a little bit, and it stopped being that. And then, you go sort of forward, and it was all about the company Mind Mob, if you remember. In fact, my email address is still Mind Mob. I can't change that. There probably is a way, but it's probably a bit tricky. Even on Bigo, I'm Mind Mob. Anyway, let's not worry about that. So it's the company hasn't been Mind Mob for a while, and the reason being is because of we sold the name, and I mean the email address can stay Mind Mob. There's no actual legal obligations on that, but yeah, the company got sold, and even though it's a pretend company, we still sold the name. We've sold it twice. We're now Ball and Mag and Hill Productions. We changed the channel name. The Mind Mob playlist, though, if you go to that, there's all the really old videos, all the CyberClan stuff. There's going to be a CyberClan series on this channel, because people keep asking. And yeah, I mean, we've had to, when we ditched the machine, we forgot to delete a lot of stuff on it, and we had to save the server most recently, so, and I don't want that machine back. I mean, part of me wants that machine back as a virtual store cupboard, but technically it was clogging up space. It was taking, it needed to happen. There was stuff that needed to be done, and I've now got a brand new machine. And also, the problem with the desktop, the problem that I had was I couldn't ferry a desktop backwards and forwards. We had a spell when I wasn't here full time, when I couldn't ferry that machine, home. Whereas if anything does majorly happen, then a laptop, you know. And a lot of companies now, I spoke to a guy at church who he had a desktop in his office, and then he just went down to a laptop because it was, he said he was downsizing, and I decided to do that, and I made the, you know. So anyway, back to the whole YouTube thing. I've decided not to make loads of videos, excuse me, because I've got a radio show. In fact, I'm going to be doing it in a minute. I've got a radio show for my pretend station to focus on, but that's going to go out every Saturday online. And I've got another project that I want to focus on, which is off of YouTube, but I would like to vlog it. Now, I'm not going to go from YouTube for those people who watch. What I'm going to do is focus on YouTube to kind of vlog the stuff, and you know, it's going to be pretend and play. What's been happening with the imaginary friends? We're doing vlogcasts, we're doing podcasts going on, we've got all the really good stuff. But the stuff like the Lazy Sunday read, you know, which we're doing, the Kids Alive, is moving from Sundays to Mondays, hopefully. Sorry, no, it's Lazy Sunday read. That's the Kids Alive is happening, but not as a Lazy Sunday read, because I noticed that people actually watch it, enjoy it, and the lazy read will be something else. It'll be something different every time. And we're making our own reading material as well for people who want it and ask for it. I think the best thing to do is people want something, you put out for them. Which is why you should check our Facebook page, because there's a lot of work going on that. We're hoping to renew the Facebook page by the end of this year. A lot of hard work will go into that eventually. But also I'm planning to save some money to get an actual website running and all the rest of it. I'm doing my book, which I'm writing, so a couple of books, but I plan to get this cyberpunk novel up and running, and yeah. So I have to plan my week out wisely. And if the Stepping Stones guys are watching this, I'm gonna ditch my Thursdays, unless it's a trip that I've paid for. I mean, that's my plan. I'm gonna get a list of all the good trips, all the trips that I think will be really good. But I've got so many projects now. One of them is getting my weight down. That is a needs must. that isn't a project, but it might as well be. I fell off the wagon, after lockdown. I'll say after lockdown, as we were coming out of lockdown. It was seen as a little blip, but it was a massive blip. And I've heard Mummy talk about Slimming World, and I'm not going back to Slimming World. I've got a dream, actually. I'll share with you the dream. I'll talk a little bit more about what's happening, and then I'll go. But basically, I had a dream that I went to Slimming World group to. I don't know why I went. No, I know why I went to this group. I went to see this woman who needed help. She needed my help. And she was on Slimming World, she felt alone. And I went to Slimming World because I was doing the talk. And I went to her and I said, look, a lot of Slimming World consultants, they won't help you. This one will. You really need to listen to her and you really need to do what she's doing. And she turned around and said, oh, do you mean me? Anyway, this woman who I was helping out, she ended up helping me out. And I felt that was a bit spiritual, but I just kind of need to, like next week the group are doing the chippy, and I'd love to go to the chippy, but I have treats in the week, and I hate to be rude, but it's like it's no special occasion. If the chippy was, if the chippy was part of something else. For example, if we were going to New Brighton, the chippy on the way home, that would be fine. But it's not. And I'd probably do that chippy on the way home. I'd probably say, Paul, Gillian, you can do the chippy here, but I'd rather do that chippy on the way home. Because I know that chippy, and I plan to go there instead of, I wouldn't have to tell them. I'd just say I'm going home for tea, but really I'm going to where I know. But that's besides the point. They're just doing it because it's an activity, and I don't know, there's a few things, but it's just like I've got to have a. At the moment, I've got 3 blank days in the week. One day I'm keeping open. I've not sorted it out yet, but the Mondays are open, as far as I know. The Wednesday afternoons are kept open for too long, and just thought, no, I've swapped them over. And so they're not open now. Wednesday mornings and Wednesday afternoons are not open at all. As a Wednesday afternoon I go swimming, and Wednesday morning I go to the gym. So whether I could do, I personally the Tuesday afternoons I've started going back to stepping stones anyway, because that music group, which I'm not going to name because they're probably doing pretty well and they've probably got the funding off their own back, but there's too much political things happening. Like, I don't know where they're actually originally run. I don't know who runs the back of them, where their money's actually going, if they're renting the hall. But it was more kind of carers based, you know. They kept asking me where my carer was every week. And I know the stepping stones, you know, it doesn't matter if I have a carer or not. But, I mean, we won't get into that, but that's just where that led. So, but I'd rather do I'd rather have a day open for doing my radio show and because I just know that my Fridays are going to go. And at the moment, while I've got my Fridays open, I'd rather spend it with Dad in the garden. Because, I mean, I would have had Monday with Dad in the garden, but unfortunately, I'm going to town on Monday. I've got a couple of errands I want to do in town, so it might be that I'll take Thomas with me, because he did want to go in the fountains, so I'll give him that wish. Not with his wetsuit on though. And of course I need to do all that stuff, but it looks like I'm going to lose a day with my building company. It also means that if I'm gonna do a day with McGill Radio, when that day comes, I need to what's the name do? Get James the info. It looks like tomorrow's show's not going to happen. I knew it wasn't going to happen when my afternoon got swiped from me. I mean, technically, I love playing football in the garden, but I wanted to get my show done. I do need a day in the studio. Just, and I mean a full-blown day. It's never going to happen, but that Thursday is going to be a day of being in the studio, unless we have a paid trip. Once in a while, a really, really good trip comes up. We got Landudno in June. We can take June off. We can have a month of really good trips out. But I need to focus on me at the moment. I need to focus on projects and well, I'm not saying whole June off, but I can take a couple of trips out but the group isn't important. I've got my pretend radio show on Saturday. I've got losing weight, that's important. And I mean, because if my Friday afternoons get swiped, which they will, because I'm doing some gardening. There's a gardening group happening. So my Friday afternoons are going to get swiped. So my Thursday afternoons are definitely, they've got to be blank. It sounds bad, but I've got stuff that I want to do, and yeah. And you know, I mean, I'll have a little bit of Monday at the moment, but I need 2 days to do this show. The other shows that I'm doing, I don't need 2 days to do, but this one, I need 2 days to do. At least 2 days and a bit. So I need a whole afternoon and a little bit of Friday morning. At least. And yeah. That's my update anyway. So I'll do a better update when I'm not as busy. Probably be tomorrow. We're doing the vlogcast tomorrow anyway. So you will get something. And I've got videos I need to work on. So yeah.
Artist 20 20 finish mic lock, finish recording.